Spooky, stack up season. The blood moon is out, and everyone's leaving. What's up, everyone? This is spooky season of Oaklands 2024, and today I wanted to show you. I know you guys been grinding hard for some candy corn, and I wanted to show you this awesome contraption that will help you in your game. And shout out to A6Yo right here, Agent 6-year-old, for actually giving me this whole spine. If you guys didn't know about the skeletal meteors that drop down, they drop bone and hollow wood, and it comes with an eye, and you have to, it's like a little boss battle, you have to fight them, and you can actually chop this down and get a lot of candy for. But the thing is, oh my gosh, this wood is so thick, it takes forever to mine. So right now I'm going to show you the machine called, I think I already said it, the Spine Masher. And if that was epic or cringe, I don't even care, dude. But first of all, subscribe to the channel, because we have so many tutorials about this new Halloween update on Oaklands. And if you're new, you're going to want to be in the brick gang. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is, you got this big spine at your base. Maybe you already cut it up, or maybe you just attached it to your car and brought it home like this. You can get these band saws. So I like to cut this up into 3 different pieces for the spine masher. This is my spine masher right here. So I like to cut it up at least into 3 pieces before I put it in the spine masher. So you can either use the bandsaw if you do not want to use your axe. So per se, you go like this, do a little build menu, go like here, and then go like this, put that right there, then have it mash right there. And these are kind of expensive. If you do not know how to get the bandsaws, you can actually get these in Doug's Digging. If you don't know how to get to Doug's Digging, I have a tutorial of how to get to every shop in my video, so go check that out. So I'll actually chop this up into 3 different little pieces. And the bandsaw, I think it's so much faster than just whacking at it with your Ember Bane for hours and hours on end. Okay, so you have your 3 little pieces. We'll actually let's grab the biggest piece, just for giggles. And then if you want to use one bandsaw on it the whole time, you could. But I have a little thing, and I think it's really neat, and I want to use it for the video. Okay, so I'll actually put it in like this. Probably move it around a little bit so it fits, but it should fit. And then I'm going to show you guys the dimensions of everything, so don't worry about that. You're probably like, man, I don't even know how to make it. How would you even do that? Don't worry. Be patient. Be patient. It'll all make sense. So probably do not put it in that way. We're just going to close it for now. And then we'll actually press the button, and we'll get these all chopped. And we can put it back in there. All these saws will come down at least where this is located. And then we can open that back up. Mash the rest of this with the grabbiest grabber, put that in there. It wants to act all crazy like. And the L is electrified meteor. Anyways, good thing I got the little donation from A6Yo. Oh yeah, I'll sign some. I'm signing tombstones at the moment. There you guys go, man. There's your tombstones. Get that all done. And this just saves so much time having one of these. Sometimes these little knots will get all knotted up. So I'll actually go in here. Throw that in there while you can. Close that back up. Might have a little bit of lag. It's a lot easier if you do a solo lobby. When you first come in or whatever. Those Albert Einstein of Oaklands. That's Techno. He also just started a YouTube channel, so go check out Techno. Super cool guy. And if it's not going fast right now because of the lag. You can also, so I guess I'll describe what it is as I'm in it. With the bandsaws per se, got the bandsaw right here. when you go to build on the bandsaw, you want to expand it all the way over and then all the way to the top when you make this machine. And then you put about 9 of them separated a little bit from each other, and then 9 of them opposite way. So you want the saws going like this onto the wood, cutting from the bottom and also cutting from the top for maximum. Nope, I hit the wrong button. Oh man, that's gonna ruin everything. But sometimes these knots will be pretty bad, so you want to cut these knots up a little bit. Got the little meteor messing up the video. You'll cut these little knots. And we did the hardest piece first. So that big part on the bottom is going to be the hardest piece. But this gets most of the cutting done or whatever. Instead of doing this with the Ember Bane. Oh my gosh. And right now there's a little glitch with the new lunar tools that makes them all float away sometimes. So I haven't been using the new lunar tools, even though the lunar axe is way better than Ember Bane. I'm just waiting for them to fix all the different glitches with the new tools. Let me fix this up real quick. No, actually, while I'm at it, I might as well do this. Also, I want to say shout out to the merch in the description and the Discord in the description. I want you guys to join so you'll know anytime I go live or make a video, you guys can be part of it, just like everyone in here. If you guys are reading the chat, tell me what they've been saying in the chat, if they've been behaving or they've been wilding out and they're super cooked. Is that what they say? I don't know. Homer. Okay. So we're about through this log. And under this little contraption, I put a bunch of saws. So once these actually get cut up the right way, they will actually turn into planks. So I have it like this. Yep. Okay, and we can close that. We'll get them sawn again. Hopefully, and then I have it go into here. And then I actually have it to where they actually, this is a normal processor under here, and they come out over here so I can stack them personally into my car. I like to stack them myself. A lot of people have different contraptions of how it stacks into their car. If you know how to do that, go ahead. But with the variety of huge wood, like the hollow wood for the Halloween event, it's so hard to actually get these things to maneuver around and work just the way you want to, so I didn't want to mess with that. But this thing works so much better in solo. It's just server lag and all that, so you know how that is. We restart the saws, maybe they can do a better job. Okay, so let's go back in there, check it out. This thing is the only one that is not done, but these are the biggest pieces. These are the biggest, so you don't have to worry about that. Maybe I'll fast forward a little bit. Biggest pieces in the server that lags. I'm sure the typical developers are working on that, or I'm a lagging hazard to this game. Everyone knows that. Yeah, look at that. Ugh. Okay. And then we can test it on somebody. I'm just gonna get him. Alright, and then we eat them. And then that will actually take off into there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then they'll actually come planked and they'll come up here. And I got a basement, so if you don't know how to get a basement, I have a tutorial on that. So it just goes under and okay, so how to build this. What I did was, you know, of course I got the 18 bandsaws. Actually, call it 19 bandsaws if you want one on the side to cut them into threes if you don't already cut them into threes before you take it to your base. And then I have 2 switches and then 1 button. This is for something else. So what I did underneath, so the first switch I have programmed to just open the door and open and close the first entrance door. So you'll actually get an interactor right here. right here, and then actually I'll go, I'll click define region. You'll get this little bubble, and you want this into the door, the top part of the door, just so it interacts with it. If you don't know how to get a door, it's at Illumin Design shop. If you don't know where that is, I have tutorials of where to go to all these shops, guys, and there's signs on the roads. So go to the shop. So that's all the first button does. The second button is the bandsaws. You want the bandsaws hooked up to, I have it on a T flip-flop. So get a T flip-flop from the Logic store. It says T flip-flop. I hook the button up into it, and I have, and also get some LCD screens. I mean, I only do it so I know what button I clicked, and then if it's on or off. So with the button with the saws, I hook that up to T flip-flop, and then an interactor is hooked up to all the different saws. You can see right here, they're hooked up to the bottom ones and the top ones at the same time because they're interlacing. And then, so you know when you click the button, it's on, the button's on, the saws are on, just like that. And they only work if there's actually wood right there. They'll actually collapse down. So it senses there's probably some wood underneath this, underneath these conveyors, and that's why those saws are dropping. But, and then the last switch, I actually have some material right here, so the logs aren't constantly moving once you put them into the smasher. I put a collider at the little tip of this, and if you put a collider on any kind of object, material, whatever, that whole material makes it to where you can walk through it. I did the same thing with my little storage thing with the storage crates, where you can't walk through them, but once you actually activate this, you can walk through these little colliders, just like that. So I did the same thing over here. So you want to hook up the collider, so I'll activate that, so then they fall onto the conveyor underneath and they go through. And you also want to put some industrial sanders under here. I have 3 of them. I have 1, 2, 3 industrial sanders, so when they do drop, or when the pieces get small enough, they turn into actual sawed wood and they can go through. And so that's what makes it go through that, and then off into your actual that's stuck because it didn't get cut all the way. But yeah, so I have my collider, so I'll show you where the collider is. Just on this little piece, but I'll do the whole blueprint to where it falls through. And then we have the interactor that opens up the last door, so they drop and then the door opens, so they slide on through. So hopefully you guys like that little bit. Build this on your base, see if it saves you some time. It saves me a bunch of time. I don't like slicing those spines up too much, and then this makes it way easy for my bases. But yeah, subscribe. I already said all the Discord stuff, all the stuff YouTubers have to say. I'm really trying to get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of this year. It'd mean the world to me. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. That was the Spine Smasher.